Hello and welcome to this first premiere show of Immense Love, Women of Power, celebrating women of power around the world. And that, of course, means that we are celebrating you. This show has its intention set in highlighting and bringing to light the amazingness of you and bringing you out of hiding. Yes, that's what I feel to do in my heart, because that's the journey that I've been on, as you know, this journey that we say yes to, and the adventure in our heart and the dreams and the visions that we have for our lives. And sometimes we tend to keep ourselves hidden away, or not even really own fully the love that is here, that is wanting to express and wanting to share and wanting to show us the immensity of who we are. So I'm excited to be here, as every week, well, most weeks, I'm intending for guests to be here to share their stories, the accomplishments, the challenges, the things that have grown them, the opportunities that have come their way. And I'm going to begin with me, because I think this is a really centered place for me to be starting this show with today. And you know what? I was going to begin with me, and we have a surprise coming in. We have an amazing woman of power coming into the first show here. And I'm just so excited to have invited Christine Kamasi, and that she said yes. Here she is. Should we bring her in now? Let's bring Christine in to the show. Christine, hello, welcome to the first Immense Love Woman of Power show. Welcome.
Thank you.
It's wonderful to be with you. Yes, Christine is calling in from Kenya. And this is really exciting, because here I am in the UK. We're here, of course, with New Media Network. Let me put the little banner up so that you know where we are. Coming through from New Thought Media Network, it's incredible focus, global focus ministry that is doing amazing work in the world, reminding us every single day of the year of the truth and the beauty of life and who we are. And on this remembering journey, we are reminded to remember love, because this is something that often can get forgotten, or we're too busy, or we're not acknowledging who we are and the power of who we are. So I'm excited for this show. I'm excited for how it's going to unfold, and I'm excited to be with you, Christine. How are you, Christine?
I am well. I am happy. I was having a nap when I checked my phone, and I was like, I have to join in. So I'm so happy to be here today and be part of this amazing celebration.
Thank you so much, Christine, for saying yes. My sister, friend, and practitioner, and in ministry in Kenya with CSL Kenya, and sharing teachings in the most profound way. So what we're going to do, what I'd really love to do, Christine, is to have a conversation about being the power that we are as women in the world, identifying as women and doing the work that we do. I'm really inspired to share with the people that are watching your story and my story, and the challenges, and how we overcome those challenges with these teachings, and real stories of our lives, of how we overcome these seeming challenges, and then celebrate the amazing things that happen. And I know that in Kenya, you are doing incredible work with immense love, as you're sharing these teachings in ways that people can understand and people can grasp it and think, yes, I can make a change for my life. So what is it for you that really inspires you as Christine to continue with this work?
What inspires me as Christine is to see every woman becoming very powerful. And what makes me wake up every morning is knowing that just by changing that one woman, her life will never be the same. She's going to shine the light. Her children are going to feel proud of her. Her family are going to feel proud of her. And just because in Kenya, mostly in the community where I come from, we have been defined by education. If you don't have masters, college degree, everything, like you are nothing. You don't feel powerful. But when I joined this teaching, I came to understand that it has nothing to do with big status. It doesn't have, you don't have to have college degree and all that. Because like for me, I am doing adult education. I've learned as an adult and it wasn't easy. And when I came to understand that I just need to change my thinking and I'll change my life, and I have to embrace being me as me, not competing with other people who had education. So I started unfolding in my own way by taking the step to read, and it has been a beautiful journey. It has really been a beautiful journey and an empowering one, because I remember sometimes I would go to class with many people and I would really feel like this is not my place, because people had degrees, people had college certificates, and I had nothing. But then my teacher would call me back later on, and she will sit with me down. She will read me the book. She would ask me to go with someone else. Like I would go even with my grandson or my son, and sometimes you just have to explain to them to explain to me so that I can understand. So what makes me happy, what makes me going, is to know that I can change the life of that woman. I can change the life of that guy. That gives me joy. It doesn't have to be college degree. That is what makes me, yeah.
Oh, Christine, thank you so much for sharing. And there's so much in there that it's such a rich dialogue that you have offered. And I think this is really important and really powerful to remind us all that we are each, we all have this power within us. It's not separate, and it's not only for some people and not other people. It's who we are. And to celebrate this and to celebrate the love and the work that we do in the world. And what I really love about what you've just shared is that I think a lot of us on some level are always comparing. There's always there's a general, it's that kind of big universal idea of I'm not enough. And if I look at what someone else is doing, then I need to be like them. Or if I'm like them, I'll be more liked, or I need to change myself in some way to be accepted. And how, for me, that it's taken a lot for me to change that and keep changing, keep wanting to transform that belief of not enough, of me not feeling that whatever I'm doing is enough. And I notice you've got a cough there. I hope you're looking after yourself and resting.
Yeah. Yes. I'm on medication.
Yeah. You're on medication. Okay, so look after yourself. So thank you for calling in. Oh, wow, on medication. And for people that are watching, if you have any questions for Christine right now, please type them in. I know Linda has Linda is here. Thank you, Linda, for you. Yes, greetings to you from Colorado. And let's know a little bit more about your life in Kenya, Christine, and the challenges that I think what you've just said about having to be educated, and yet I'd love you to share, if you would like to share the story of the books that you learnt to read with and were reading the Science of Mind books, and how that came about for you and how you felt after you'd achieved that. That must have been just so amazing. It's so amazing what you did.
Yeah. So I work with different people, and in the beginning it was really hard communicating with people because I didn't know how to speak English, so it was very hard and to write and everything. So one time I met a lady who came from to the church, and she loved me so much. She really wanted us to talk, but communication was an issue. There was a lot of barrier in communication because she didn't know Swahili, I didn't know English. So we just used to do body language, but it wasn't really working. So when she went, I think she was doing something with the Science of Mind. She left me a book to read. And that book was called, I think the first book she sent me was The Secret, The Law of Attraction. The way I looked at the book on the cover, it was so, like, I really wanted to learn what was inside. So I would ask my son to read for me. He would read, but I was not getting anything. And this lady really wanted me to learn, like to really learn. So I remember one day I would ask even my husband if he could explain to me what the book was saying, and he was like, "You are just being like, you are bothering us." So, but now the passion to read was there, the desire to unfold into that limiting thinking was there, and I wanted to be different. I really wanted to be different because now they would read the books, I would get the information, but I really needed more. I needed a teacher. Like, I really needed someone to guide me through, because even reading, I would go into, like, I was getting into people's nerves. Like, I really need to understand what this book says. And everybody is busy. They don't have time to do that. And that has made me understand that I need to go back to my community. Like, I need to read these books. I need to understand what they says. I need to go back to my community and share the knowledge, because the knowledge in this book changed my life. I was I was really in that victim place where I was like, why am I not good like so and so? Why am I not educated like so and so? Why am I not even speaking like so and so? And I was getting in my own way. Like, seriously, I was getting in my own way with competition. But one time I met Reverend Connie, and I was holding a book called The Science of Getting Rich by Napoleon Hill. And we met with Connie. We did what we wanted to do. And then I asked her, you call yourself Reverend. Where is your church? Because I was so fed up. Like, I wanted something. Like, I wanted to join her church, because I was like, she's the only person who didn't look at me like. And then she just looked at me and she laughed and she said, like, hey, you really want to know my church? My church is this book you are holding. And I looked at the book and I was like, this is your church? She said, yeah, that is my church. And that was the beginning of my journey into, like, I demonstrated that. Yes.
Wow.
So when I joined her classes, I reached there. She gave me the Science of Mind book, like the Science of Mind book, and that was just amazing. The Science of Mind by Ernest Holm. I couldn't resist. I couldn't. Yes, The Science of Mind by Ernest Holm. She gave me that book. I started reading that book. I could hold my daughter or my son and say, like, read for me this book. I started reading. I started joining class. and it has been an amazing journey. Like just having that book, sometimes I could not even read it. I'll just put it in my heart, in my head, because I
Yes.
want to know what is in that side, in that book. But I don't have that. But that has been an amazing journey. I've been with Reverend Connie for some time. We would do class, and I would go back for makeup class because I couldn't understand anything. I would go back with one of my friends who is now taking classes. She would go with me so that Connie can talk to her, she can interpret, and that is how things were. And I'm so excited that this has been an amazing journey, and I'm taking it back to my community because I have to do it now for them.
And this is the piece, and I really want to acknowledge you and recognize you as as this woman of power, that you kept saying, I want to understand, I want to understand, I need to understand. And you kept going and going and going until you, because this book is not, this book is not the simplest of books to assimilate in one. It takes time and takes time, the language, and it's written in a style that was 100 years ago almost. So it's like it's an old-fashioned style of language, and the gendering in here, it's not a modern day read. So for you to do that and have just learned to read yourself, to read English, I honor you, Christine. I honor you. And now you're taking this work into your community. So let's share. Share about what you are actually, what your projects are, and how this teaching is actually really helping people, and the way that you're teaching it to them so that they can be excited about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so my project is that I'm doing a project that is called Days for Girls. So Days for Girls is a sanitary towel that gives girls dignity and more days to be powerful, like to have their power. Because when they have the Days for Girls kitty, they can make themselves comfortable. They can do their things because now they are powerful. Because I come from that place where I grew up. At some place, I started my menstruation and I didn't have something to manage my period. So I understand what it means not to have a pad to wear when you have your period, because you are powerless. Like there's nothing you can do because blood is coming. You don't have anything to manage your period. So that is what I'm doing with the communities back in my community. I'm making sure that I go to schools and I give the girls the pads because it is washable. Days for Girls simply means more days for you to enjoy your journey of menstruation and to enjoy being a girl. And when I give them, I also give them trees. I give them 10 trees to go and plant in their garden yard. So these trees, I plant these nurseries at my place. So it's simply I'm teaching them about the creative thinking by taking the seeds, putting it in the soil. So I tell them that whatever you want to put in your mind, whatever you want to grow, you are that girl. You want to become a doctor? Put education, put love mathematics. Those are the seeds you want to grow in your mind because that is what you're going to go. But for you to do this, I'm giving you these trees. You're going to be, this was just a seed, and now the trees have grown up. Now I'm giving you the trees. So make sure you water the trees, make sure you remove the weeds and everything. And that is the way you're going to do it practically in your life. Make sure your mind is clear because you need to become a doctor. For you to become a doctor, you need to become a good student. And you need to love science. You need to love this. You don't need to hate your teacher because he's teaching you mathematics. So I teach them about affirmation, how to do affirmation, and how to speak positive things for that, so that they can change their story. And I use my story telling them I once was there. I am once a girl who never went to school because of ABCD, but because of the desire to know, I had to educate myself as a grown-up, and it doesn't feel really well asking people to come and help. It was really annoying. But now that you have the chance to stay in school, do it now. Like do whatever you need to do while you are in school now. And I'm teaching them how to plant vegetables. I'm teaching them how to plant many things. And I'm teaching them that in our mind, we can plant anything that we desire because it is the land. Any seeds that you want, like choose your seeds. Choose the seeds you want to grow in your mind. Yes.
It's so great. I mean, oh, we have Reverend Kathy Mastrani here who's watching. Hi, Reverend
Oh,
Kathy. So grateful for Christine and her powerful, impactful ministry. Absolutely. And I'm just going to pop this up because I just want to share this very quickly while Reverend Kathy is here, because we have the Wisdom of the Mystics next week at this time with Reverend Kathy Mastrani. And I'm just going to overlay this for a moment, Christine. Dr. Tony Labata is going to be coming on and presenting Jesus. She is going to be presenting her idea and her knowledge and her wisdom of the master teacher, Jesus. And this will be at this time next week. So make sure you are tuned in and that you like New Thought Media Network, and you can get the notification when it comes up, because I'm sure, well, I know that's going to be a very powerful show presented by an extremely powerful teacher, Dr. Tony Labata. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, Christine. I'm just feeling so filled up by you and what you're sharing. And what I love is that yours was a struggle. Yours was a struggle to read the book in English and to understand the concepts. And by the grace of the divine, Reverend Connie and you just attracted each other, and she was your angel and guided you through into becoming a practitioner, and now into a couple of years of ministerial student of science of mind, to be a minister and to be ministering. You're already ministering, and what I love is that you're giving this work in a way that you're taking out the struggle that you had, so that people can really, really just with ease and with grace get it in their hearts. That's so powerful what you're doing. It's really powerful. And how do you see your community changing and transforming?
I see my community is already changing, and they are very receptive of their own daughter, because for a long time they never. I was the black sheep of the family, but now they see me. They see the changes. They see the journey, and they are very receptive. Like, can you tell us what has made you become who you are? And because every time they see me, they have to see me with a book. I'm always either I'm writing or I'm reading a book, and I've
Always.
always yes, always I have a book, because what my friends have done, every time someone comes, they have always brought books, and I've always wanted to know what is in the book. So every time I read the book, because now I can read them for myself, I never want to walk without a book. Like, every opportunity is a reading opportunity. So for them, they have been very receptive, and they really want to know more. So I'm just doing the perfect work. Like, every time I have to commit myself to go to visit my community, like once or twice in a month or once in a week. I When I'm going there, I tell them that I'll be going there. So in the morning, even before I wake up, people start coming in. So I always have that, like, I'm talking to them. They want to change everything. They ask me a lot of things because they have known me growing up. They have known me up to this far, and they really want to, how can I help them change the way I have changed? So that has been the reception. It is good. So the work is just on me to create time to show up for them, to take them through.
Oh, and I love what you've just said. Every opportunity is a reading opportunity. That's so powerful, because it can be so easy. Flick on flick on the phone or flick on a computer, and I do it, you know, and yet I have to remind myself there are so many incredible books. I mean, Reverend Kathy Mastrani is here watching in. She was here a moment ago from the Science of Mind archives, where they have an incredible website filled with beautiful books that we can download. And then we have so many books and audio books that we can find even on YouTube. And yeah, I love that. I love the fact that reading helps me to also to not only to learn new ideas, and also to throw away the old ideas that aren't working, to really uplift and up level myself and learn so many different areas. At the moment, I'm reading more and more actually about money, and not necessarily only from a spiritual perspective, but and also from a management perspective of how I'm managing the flow that comes through me in my physical world. So yeah, thank you. That's so beautiful. There are so many great books out there. And let's talk about love, Christine. I have something to read. I had this already here from the Science of Mind textbook. I wanted to read this. And I wonder if we could just be with this for a moment. This is just, I mean, it's literally the back of the textbook, and where there's that wonderful glossary. And I would say, I don't know if you agree, Christine, but even if for somebody that doesn't want to attempt the whole book, go to the back and go to the glossary to get the descriptions of the words and the terminology that Ernest Holmes is using here. And this is his idea of love. Love is the self-givingness of the spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. Emerson tells us that love is a synonym for God. We are also told in the New Testament that he that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. Love is free from condemnation, even as it is free from fear. Love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Oh, the way that he writes, love is a cosmic force whose sweep is irresistible. Just want to kind of melt into this understanding and this knowing of love, that it's not like you were saying, you judged yourself, I judge myself in experiences and for not believing in myself and keeping myself limited and small in my beliefs. And love isn't judging anything. Love isn't judging me and isn't judging you. And that's what I really absolutely love about this teaching, is it reminds me that I'm not being judged. I'm the one that's judging. And that sometimes feels like I'm allowing myself to get in my own way of this love and this power that's already here and already present. So there's another project that I know that I'd really love you to share that you're doing with the world, because I know that there is, oh, here we are. Is there a way to donate to Christine's ministry? Wow. We can connect with you later, Reverend Kathy. Christine may have a PayPal, or do you have any? How can we donate to your ministry, Christine?
Maybe we do it through New Thought Media, maybe, because
Through
I don't
New
have
Thought Media Network.
Yes, because I don't.
Okay.
I've never used PayPal. I always do
Okay.
SendWave. Mm-hmm.
So please send that through to New Thought Media Network, because we're supporting Christine in everything that you're doing there. And I'd really love you to share just for a couple of minutes before we say farewell. on the project that you are really, really supporting at the moment, for inspiring people to grow their own food, because there is a real problem at the moment in Africa and in Kenya, even a greater problem with food and people not having enough to eat. So please share, Christine, how you can how you're helping your community and how you're teaching them the teachings through the project that you're doing.
So I thought that I wanted to work with my community, and the only way I felt that I would work with them is to show them how to plant seeds. And by planting seed, I came up with we have this idea of doing garden towers. So I went with the garden towers and I planted them in my house, in my compound. And when they grew, I invited my communities and I showed them what I've done with the little space with the garden towers. And I've been doing that. So before I take them to the garden, I have a meeting with them. I check the soil, I check the seeds, I check the plant and everything, and I show them. I show them that this is just the soil, which is our mind, and these are just the seeds that we are going to plant in our mind, which is our thoughts and whatever we want to see happen. And after we plant these things, we are going to take water, or rain will come, and we will be watering our plants with the affirmations. So after that, I'll take them to go and see what has happened. So that they will see the gardens that have now germinated. And I've planted more than around almost 1,000 garden towers to each and every community. Yes, and I'll be
Stop
going
a minute.
home.
1,000.
Yes,
You see,
we have done.
the reason Christine is here, of course, is to highlight that you are a woman of power, and that this, and I too am a woman of power. And each of us watching, whatever our gender is, we have this divine feminine spark within us. This is the creative law, actually. And we are all this power, each and every one of us. And Christine is you are just such an incredible example of how to use, how to be resourceful and use what we have got in the moment, and that we don't need to have a degree to be able to do it. It's being open to the love that is here. So wow, 1,000. You've planted
Yeah.
1,000. Oh,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
it's
And
brilliant.
yes, and I'll be going there in the next maybe few days. I'll go and plant more, like another 100 with other communities, because right now the food is very expensive and people are going through a lot of hunger because they don't have food. But for those that we had given the garden tower, some of them, they can just take the vegetables and boil them and eat and drink water. So for those who have them, at least it is supporting them. But for those who don't have, I'm going to give them, because I've already planted the vegetables. I'm waiting for them to be ready so that I can plant with the other community. So with the hunger in Kenya, it is really bad, really, really bad. But the neighbors are sharing. Like for those who didn't get the towers, and the others who have, they can share the vegetables, because they can just boil it for the kids to eat with hot water. Things are not
Right.
good on the ground. But I'm going there. I'm trying to get, I've gotten some little fund that I want to go and buy some rice and beans to give those who are really, really, really in bad shape, because this is my community, these are my people, and there are those who are really, really in bad shape. So that is what I'm doing with the community.
Christine, about and being the love, and what an incredible expression and example you are for me and for each of us to step up into this power and to use it for our lives and to be resourceful and to not give up and to keep being open to learning and growing. Here we go, Reverend Kathy. That's true love. Yeah,
Thank you,
true love,
Kathy.
Christine. Oh, and so what do you think, as a kind of completing here, what would you say, Christine, to anybody that's listening now, or maybe later on finding this? They will be so gifted to find this on YouTube or Facebook. What would you say to somebody that has a real powerful desire in their heart and maybe feeling, I don't feel brave enough, I have that comparison or doubts, or I'm not good enough? What would you say to that person right now to assist them with getting over that?
I would encourage as all women to love ourselves, to feel that love, and to know that we are very powerful, and we are divine. We are divine by love, and every day we step into that love, we feel empowered. And as we feel empowered, we don't go alone. We take others with us, like they follow us. We hold their hands because we already embraced love. Let us release the fears and the shame and everything that is not divining us, and let us know that we are divined by love. We are surrounded by love, and when we are surrounded by love and we step into this love, we are shining the love to others, and they feel our love. So let us not hold on to I'm not good. Step into your highest good, and you will, like, you are it is helping you to reach many by just looking at your love, by you sharing your love. It is very important for us women.
Thank you so much, Christine, for sharing your truth, for sharing some of your story, and for inspiring me and so many to live in the fullest light of love. And what I'd also like to say while we're here is that I would like to put up here, how can people connect with you, because you are a practitioner and you do give practitioner sessions that of course are that people can pay for your time as a practitioner. So if there's anybody watching that really would desire to have a practitioner session with Christine, who is a licensed Center for Spiritual Living practitioner, then I'm going to shall I put your Facebook page here and people can maybe message you?
Yeah, my Facebook page and my WhatsApp is okay. Even my email, they can reach me out of those three.
Let's put your Facebook on here.
Okay.
What's your Facebook page, Christine?
Christine Khatima.
Christine
Khatima.
Katima.
Yeah.
Katima. Okay. This is Christine on Facebook, and you can find her. You can see everything that Christine is doing. You can follow her Facebook feed, which actually is an anthology of all of the work every day. It's like a living project. Your Facebook feed is like a living, daily, breathing project of everything you're doing in the world. And so I would recommend just to check out Christine's Facebook page to really see Christine in action, being the immense love that you are. And thank you for being here, Christine. Thank you. So I'm inspired. Would you? Oh, yeah, sorry. What was it you were going to say?
I was going to say that it is Christine Khatima. The K has a H. Khatima.
The K has an H. So KH. Yes. How did I not know that? Sorry about that. There we go. Yes. That should be coming up now. So as a final, as a leaving kind of gift, would you like to share a spiritual mind treatment for immense love right now with me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic. So I'm gonna begin and then unify, and then I'll hand over to you for the realization and to set it free. Yes. Perfect. So, for anyone that's joining, if you are inspired and feel that you would like to join this spiritual mind treatment, as I speak my word and Christine speaks her word right now, from where we are, different parts of the world, knowing that we are one. Of course, we are each here united as love, by love, with love. So I invite us to close our eyes and open our hearts and just breathe in that breath of love. As I know that there is one thing happening, this power and presence, which is the gift, the idea of all of this life, the creative, that is creating itself as everything, that demonstrates as this material outpicturing, and yet begins as first cause, as this ineffable essence that cannot quite be named and yet has so many names. And I know this is God. I know this is divine love. I know this is all givingness. And as I open my heart and recognize this so deeply and so profoundly, I know too that I am one as this thing itself. It is in, as, and through me, living and loving and breathing. And as I breathe this beloved breath, knowing that I am one as this thing, as love, there is no separation. There is nothing outside of this thing. It is all encompassing and it is me. And as I show up as this divine, unique expression called Laura, I too know that this is Christine. This light, this love, this peace and power and presence that is knowing and flowing as me, as Christine, as each and every individual here right now on this call, wherever in the world, that it is one. It is one expressing in so many different ways, so uniquely, so powerfully as love. And I'm filled in my heart of the knowing of this, realizing this love, knowing that it is here. It always has been, it always will be. And it demonstrates in so many powerful and beautiful ways, showing me the power that I am and that we each are. And as I realize this, I now hand these words and this prayer over to Christine.
And as I realize this love, and as I show up as this love, and as I experience this love, that it is all there is, I realize that in this moment of unfolding, in this moment of knowing that the love is powerful, that I am surrounded with this love is one, I give gratitude because of this knowing. I give gratitude because of the love that has shown up in my life in so many ways. I give gratitude because the love has shown the way. The love has surrounded me. The love has unfolded me into who I am today. I give gratitude because of this love. It has drawn me into this teaching that has changed my love, has changed my love to love me for who I am and to unfold into my highest good. I give gratitude because of the teachers that have shown up into my life. I give gratitude even because of the teachings that have unfolded into the great, amazing me, and so many people who are being touched in this love, in this way. I give gratitude even because of Laura. I give gratitude even because of all the teachers that have been in my life to show me love, to hold my hand in love, because we are all one in the mind of God, in the love, surrounded by love. I give gratitude because of the internet that connects us from different counties, different continents, different world, because of the love that we have for one another, because of the love and the teaching that surrounds us with the truth. I give gratitude even because of being here today, showing up today. It is all love. It is beautiful. It is powerful.
Mm.
And this power is love. This power is truth. I give gratitude because of this love. I know it is all love. It is perfect. It is wonderful. I release my word to the law of mind, knowing it is already done in love, surrounded by love. And together we say, and so it is.
And so it is, and so it is, and so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you. And thank you for being here. And I know that you have something going on with your throat, and I want you to rest. And I am grateful for you for being here and sharing and inspiring me and everybody that's been watching here today on the first of this show, the first one. So it's just so beautiful that you're here on this first one, and I want you to come back again and again to share.
Yes, I'll come.
It's beautiful. And of course, for those of you that are watching, we are here on New Thought Media Network. I'm going to put up the banner. We are a dynamic focus ministry, Center for Spiritual Living focus ministry, teaching these teachings in so many beautiful and unique and creative ways every single day of the year, with shows, conversations, opportunities for teaching moments, prayer, to open our hearts and our minds to really the knowing of truth of who we are as this love. So I'm putting the donate button here. It's more than donate. This is a love offering that you are welcome to put into and to be woven into the consciousness of the vision of this network, which is to be doing more of this, more and more and more of this, because the more people that watch and open up and realize the truth of who they are, then we're living into that greater vision of a world that is open to love being the absolute way that we live our lives in the physical world as well, as human beings, the way we treat each other, acknowledge each other, and recognize each other as the divinity and the magnificence of who we are. So there is the donate button to donate into New Thought Media Network, and you are welcome to do that. And of course, Christine is on Facebook. Please check her page out, and also reach out to Christine if you would like to have a practitioner session. Then you can organize that with Christine. And of course, we are taking the funds for that for Christine through the network. You just put your name and who it's for, and it will go straight to Christine immediately. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll be back next week with Wisdom of the Mystics, and stay tuned in to the network because we have great shows coming up after this. New Thought Today, I think it is. Yes. Bye for now. Thank you, Christine.
Bye bye. Thank you.